One of the reasons I think blockchain is so exciting is because it's for remaking economics and finance and also governance. So we have never thought about, we're usually born into one country, into one economic and governance system, one political system, and we don't really think about the possibility of there being anything else. And so with blockchain, once we can start to register all of our assets to blockchains and transfer them that way without traditional intermediaries like securities firms, we can similarly in the governance sector start to register all of our legal documents to blockchains and possibly transfer them without the laborious bureaucratic efforts of government processes. And so we'll now talk about some of the different applications in the governance sector. So one of the first and most obvious applications of blockchains in government is for registries. So this can be land and title, building registries, housing permits, auto registrations, driving permits. And so, for example, some states have out CFPs now for vendors to implement blockchain registration systems for a land registry or auto registries on the blockchain. And so that could mean right now when I buy an auto from somebody, there has to be a confirmation process that I actually own the title to that auto, and the title transfer takes a while and involves a number of steps and a costly effort with local authorities. And similarly, a house is much more complicated with different steps of insurance and validations and title research and checking that the selling party is actually entitled to sell that asset. But instead, if houses are booked, registered to blockchains as assets, the title could be transferred essentially instantaneously as well as in the securities example. And so this could eliminate the expensive fees, 6% paid in the case of a house sale transaction. So just like any kind of financial assets might be registered to the blockchain, similarly, any kind of government titling systems might be also registered to blockchains. So that would be any kind of asset. Then any kind of identity-related document as well. So this could be licenses, driver's licenses, marriage licenses, birth and death certificates, and any kind of visas and work permits, as well as any kinds of certifications for diplomas or licensing for, say, the CPA exam, for example. All of these accreditations and statuses accorded to individuals could also all be booked to blockchains. And so you could easily look up, instead of having to send schools your transcript, this could all be performed with a simple blockchain lookup. Did this person attend this school? Or likewise, confirming when you're hiring somebody new that they have gone to school at and worked at the places they list on their resume. That could all be a simple smart contract automated process conducted by a blockchain rather than by a person actually confirming that with other people. So any kind of documents related to identity can be booked to blockchains. So after titling registries, identity documents, the next big governance kind of application would be other kinds of things related to capability, like a passport or a visa system. And so this could be truly a transnational system where instead of having one particular government issued passport, there could be a global kind of confirmation of identity. And this is very important in situations such as refugee situations across borders and in war-torn areas. So I recently worked on a project for the UN where they need to have some kind of refugee identity system that is valid in situations when the person has nothing on them. And so we worked out an identity confirmation system with 3 different levels. So the first level would be if somebody has a smartphone and their e-wallet app that has their identity as part of it, or even an SMS capability on a flip phone to confirm an identity with a passphrase or something like that. So the first level would be there's some sort of telephone technology available. Second level would be perhaps the person has been issued some kind of token they can wear as a ring or a pendant, or have a piece of paper with them with a QR code to scan and have some kind of confirmation of identity. And that could even be on a tattoo on the body. And then the third level would be the person has nothing, but perhaps with a biometric scan of a fingerprint, iris, and facial recognition scan, or perhaps a person remembers a passphrase to access their digital wallet that confirms their identity. So there are many kinds of situations where we want to confirm identity or transfer funds where people may not have access to a digital e-wallet on a smartphone or a cell phone at all. So some of these humanitarian applications are very important as a governance application area of blockchain as well.